weeks. That typically what happens, people that take action after a conference. It creates a new you. So let me tell you about it. It was really, really spectacular how the whole event opened. We had 6,300 people online and tens of thousands of people logged in on the internet. We did our usual videos and startup, but the company opened up the convention itself with the two founders, and everybody had an incredible surprise when they introduced to us our very new CEO. Now, our new CEO is a guy called Giles Whiting. This gentleman is incredible. I was very, very impressed. Now, I met him in Poland about 4 weeks ago. I had two or 3 days with him. He'd been living in London in the United Kingdom for this last 3 years. He was running one of the biggest technology companies with 40,000 employees. Now, FutureNet only has 350 employees. Giles was, or Giles, I mean, in the UK we would say Giles, but he's called Giles. Same spelling, G-I-L-E-S, Giles. Giles was operating 40,000 office staff infrastructure. And it tells you that our owners, Stefan and Roman, are visionaries. They have brought this company to $1 billion company. And now they know it's time to bring in the big guys, to bring in the guys that can make this organization special. You see, it's quite difficult to run $1 billion company. There is so much going on in the background. There's so much going on with the staffing, with customer service, with new products. And of course, our owners now are ambassadors from the United Nations. They have very special ambassador-style passports. They are part of the United Nations, where they've been invited to the head office. So they're now moving to a bigger level. The two owners are now chairmen. They're chairman of the organization, and we have a new CEO in place to take this $1 billion company to 10 billion. We need to bring in the right people at the right time. And I think the owners have made a great decision. They're not control freaks. They have no ego. They knew it was time to bring the best to the industry. Now, Giles, you probably may have heard his speech. He speaks very, very well. He gave a presidential speech in my books. And now he's competition for me. He's the second English-speaking person within the company. The company traditionally has been Polish and German, and translation and language has been relatively a challenge for most of us in terms of customer support, working with the different departments. We have a Ukrainian team with another language. And of course, our major part of business comes from China. However, now we have an English-speaking CEO, which I think is fantastic because that language is really the basic language that we're going to use as we develop this organization. Giles talked about digital meets physical. That's where I talk about the online world and the offline world coming together. He's about digital and the physical world. And the physical world was all about bringing together things like the coffee shops and conventional businesses, bringing apps into society and things that would really make this business really, really believable. He talked about the football and the sporting structures. He talked about the foundation. I would recommend you listen to his speech because this guy, I think, is incredible for us. I think it was a great move from the company that we were all introduced to him. And I think we're going to see amazing changes with the new staffing and the new ideas he's going to bring in the background of FutureNet. To know we're in good hands is phenomenal. So Giles was there for the whole week. I had many meals with him. We're going to work closely together, obviously because we're the two English-speaking guys. So I'm developing a great relationship, which is important for our team, that I get the information to him and obviously back from him. It'll be fantastic going forward. Traditionally, we've been kind of tongue-tied because of the German and the Polish and the Ukrainian language. It's great now, I think, a great step forward with our new CEO. Now, we talked then about the Futuro, and it's incredible now because we're on 7 exchanges. You will see the 7 exchanges listed here: BitBay, South Exchange, CoinDeal, Piazza.net, X-Rates, CoinB, and Yobit. And I believe that very soon there's a new 10 exchanges coming. 10 more exchanges coming, which is fantastic for all of us. That's great news. We also learned that CoinDeal, one of the companies that we use, CoinDeal is an exchange. Our company owners are friendly with the owners of CoinDeal. Now, that means there's a kind of a relationship, because CoinDeal was originally based in Poland, where FutureNet started, and the owners of CoinDeal and the owners of FutureNet are really great friends, and that special relationship gives us better deals on CoinDeal, and that's why you probably see this talk about CoinDeal a lot. It's a very important relationship, and I believe there's a cashback that comes from CoinDeal back to AdPro. So I think on all the volume we put through CoinDeal, CoinDeal give a commission back to FutureNet, which goes into FutureAdPro. Now, if we use Yobit and these other exchanges, we don't get that. So that's why you'll hear the company favoring the CoinDeal option, because they're going to give us better rates, because we trust them, and of course, because we get this cash back coming back to AdPro. So if I were to go to the revenue model we speak about, we have income coming in from advertising, from games, from the FutureNet shop, from affiliated shopping, the 400 million products. We have money coming in from Futuro, digital products, and cafes. The next thing we could probably add is cryptocurrency, or let's call it a CoinDeal revenue stream comes back to FutureNet, which strengthens this. It's like another river to support the model. So it's your choice who you use. I actually use 3 companies. I'm using BitPay, Yobit, and CoinDeal. I use 3 exchanges when I'm dealing with cryptocurrency. But I'm trying to force myself, if you wish, back to CoinDeal if that is possible, because this brings another revenue in. And the next thing I want to add to this picture is we've released a new app, and that app is called Banners app. Banners app. And the job of Banners app is to put an extra $1 million a week into this bucket, an extra $1 million per week into this bucket short term. This is a free app with major stream advertising. I'll show you in a minute, but this is another revenue stream through the apps, which makes our model fantastic. Shaquille, could you turn off some cameras there, please? I just see somebody looking at me. Please off your cameras.
Okay.
I can't understand why you're having them off already. Okay, so I want to go back to the PowerPoint, Shaquille. So maybe you can tell me, you can see that 90 to 29th position. And
yeah, I can see it.
And can you turn off that camera? Just remove them from the room.
Okay, I'm just going down now. Just going through.
They need to be in 15 minutes early to learn how to use Zoom. They can't use it. They can watch a recording. Okay, so I hear an echo as well. Can you turn off your microphone? Can you mute that? I'm hearing an echo, Shaquille, so maybe you have your microphone on.
Yes, me, maybe. Yes, sorry, it's me. Yeah.
Testing 1 2. That's better. Thank you. So it's very difficult when you see pictures and you can hear yourself repeating and repeating. So here we go. The good news about CoinDeal is it's a relatively new company. I think they only launched earlier this year, and they've moved in ranking from 90th position already to number 29 in the world. And that tells us they're very strong exchange. It tells us there's got a lot of exciting things. They're very easy to use. I think it's a great platform, but it's entirely up to you who you use. The next thing they talked about was creating a Futuro Academy to give more education on cryptocurrency, because we've got to get familiar in the digital age with cryptocurrencies, guys. Cryptocurrency is certainly going to be an angle that we're going to lean on much more going forward with FutureNet. Too many people are complaining about charges and fees and not knowing how to set up banks and net tellers and all the different payment processors. So I think we've got to start leaning on cryptocurrency because we can get instant payments with very little charges and anonymity. If you don't know what anonymity means, please look it up on Google, anonymity. And that's a very exciting word in my book, certainly. Anyway, the Academy will be Academy for all parts of FutureNet. That's very important that we have maybe up to 100 videos in every language done on every subject in FutureNet. How to set up an account, how to fund the account, how to buy ad packs, how to cash out, how to this, how to place an ad, how to buy digital products, how the matrix works, how to build a list, how to be successful, how to, maybe 100 videos that we're going to do in multiple languages and present in an academy that everybody can log in and learn about FutureNet. Now, we already shot about 30 to 50 videos in the beginning of this year, and unfortunately, with some changes and updates, those videos are automatically out. So we are going to have directors from all over the world fly in, so we can create it in multiple languages. And I think we can do this in a week. In other words, I think we could shoot the videos in a week. Maybe the programmers and the guys that make the videos, they might take a few weeks to top and tail them, you know, with the intro and the close and maybe subtitles. You know, I think we could have it all running in a month, and that will start as soon as we pick a date to go there. So if we go there next month, as soon as a month, we could have that up and going. And that's quite exciting that we have a library of educational things behind us to get the business working. Now, we flew in an expert to Macau for the event. This guy's called Dennis O'Neill. You may have seen some of his stuff on YouTube. He's been in investment banking for over 25 years. He's an expert in fundraising. He's an expert. In fact, he has raised more than $2 billion. So if you needed, you know, $1 billion or $10 million or $500 million, this guy has raised over $2 billion for companies. So he's in the money world. But now he's talking to venture capitalists, capital people. He's speaking to private investors and private equity. He's talking to at cryptocurrency conferences. He travels all over the world. In fact, he left Macau and went to Singapore, where he's speaking at another convention. And he talks about cryptocurrency and the way forward and how banking is changing with cryptocurrency. He's probably called like a thought leader in cryptocurrency market. And he talked about what he liked about Futuro. He's examined Bitcoin, he examines Ethereum, he examines all the cryptocurrency, and he is putting a strong message out on the validity and the strength of Futuro. He talked about the security behind Futuro is absolutely amazing. Many people have tried to hack our system. It's unhackable. In fact, we brought one of the biggest hackers in Asia has joined FutureNet. And the reason he joined FutureNet was because he couldn't hack it. He could hack Facebook, he could hack Google, he could hack Amazon, he could hack all major web platforms. He could not hack FutureNet, and he joined it. He says, this is good. It's beat me. I'm getting involved. And he was actually at the conference as well. So security is very, very important for you and for me and for our families and for our money. He talked about the ATM machine. Now, guys, I don't know, have you all seen the ATM machine? The ATM machine is incredible. I don't know, did you see the video? This ATM machine, you can take in any currency and it will pay out the national currency. So let's say we put one of these in Birmingham, okay? It'll take euros, dollars, pound sterling, it'll take zlotys, Hong Kong dollar. We can program this machine to take any currency in, but it'll only pay out Bitcoin, Futuro, and sterling. So it takes in every currency, but only pays out 3: Bitcoin, Futuro, and sterling. So if you go to this machine with a Futuro and you bring up your phone and scan it with a Futuro on it, it'll pay out pound sterling to you. You can cash out your Futuro into sterling. Or if you had Bitcoin, you know, you bring up your Bitcoin and you need 100 of sterling, it'll pay out 100 sterling. So when it's in London or UK, it'll pay out sterling. When it's in Europe, it pays out euro. When it, wherever country it's in, it pays out the national currency. But it also takes in every currency. So from somebody from China came to, let's say, Birmingham with their money, it'll take their money and give them sterling, or it'll give them Bitcoin or Futuro. It's almost like a bank machine that it can translate. Let's say it takes in rupees and you get Bitcoin with it. You can change the Bitcoin and sell it straight away and take out pounds. It's like a bank machine. It's amazing. Let's say you want to buy Bitcoin or Futuro. You can get it from this machine. Let's say you want to cash out Bitcoin or Futuro. You can get it from this machine. I've used it. It's brilliant. It's exciting. There's a video on it if you haven't seen it. And we've already got these in location. We are producing the next 100 machines. But the biggest markets are getting them, guys. Now, the biggest market is China. The next biggest market is Korea. The next biggest market is Poland. The UK is not on the map. Okay, so we are only a little pinprick. You know, if this was the FutureNet world, this whole page was the FutureNet world. There's the UK. Just the end of my pen. We haven't enough business going on. People are busy clicking a mouse, but they're not building the business. So very little action coming from our part of the world. So we need to roll up our sleeves. We need to show FutureNet that we are a force. We need to show FutureNet that we want a machine in the UK. We want a machine in Ireland. We need to bring the business before they're going to leave one of these machines there. If you're not mining, if you're not using Futuro, then you don't need a machine. So we need to start promoting the mining packs. We need to start using the exchange. We need to start building the Futuro, and then we can get one of these machines. I will be fighting to get one in the UK and Ireland, but we need more business because these are going to go all over the other countries where the action is coming from, where they're needed. So it's up to us if we want one of these machines. If we have one of these machines, your business will go through the roof, where people can see, they can sell their Futuro for cash, or they can buy Futuro for cash on this machine. This is incredible. Now, we've also developed the Futuro Pay. You'll find other companies and they'll spend 3 years talking about what they're going to do. Oh, in a year and a half, we're going to do this, and then a year after that, we'll do this. FutureNet, do it and deliver it. That's the big difference. We've already created Futuro app, and we are already using it. So it's not available for the network yet, but the company have already done transactions with merchants with this app. So if you have Futuro and you want to go and spend it in a shop, we've already created that product to work. Now, it's early days. When it's ready for everybody, we're going to roll it out. But this is quite exciting about our currency. And the more places that accept cryptocurrency, the value of the cryptocurrency starts to rise. The more mining, the currency rises. The more ATM machines, it rises. So the more activity around Futuro, the more usage of the coin, it gives it that desire, it gives it that market cap. And also, we're on 7 exchanges. When we're on 10 more exchanges, then there's more market cap. More people outside FutureNet will hear about Futuro, and they will buy into Futuro. And that puts demand on a very limited supply of product. The next section at the convention then moved on, and it was my section where we talked about FutureAd Pro. Now, FutureAd Pro is an incredible product. It has done remarkably well, and it's just about, in my opinion, going to get a whole lot better, guys. So some of the facts are that with the use of FutureAd Pro, we bring customers back every single day to our website, and this actually helps. Now, a customer that's been there creates an impression, but a new customer creates another impression. So we need new customers. The more new customers we bring, the better the rankings. And already, FutureNet is listed in Alexa for direct sales #2. #2 in the world. Now, what does that mean? Well, I went on to say that there's been companies in this industry, companies you know, companies you've heard about, way back, you know, 70 years ago. This industry of direct sales, or let's call it network marketing, started about 70 years ago. The first company was not Amway. Amway was probably the second company. There was a company, and Amway was born out of that company, but it was one of the first companies that started years ago. They do billions of dollars of revenue. But we as a company is a new company, and we're beating all those companies. Do you see Herbalife on that list? No, Herbalife's not on this. You see Avon, which is a big company. You see doTERRA on there. You see Young Living on there. I know that even the top 9, we've got companies like that you've heard about, but FutureNet has gone to number 2. And in terms of most hit websites in the world, we're now in the top 7,000. So there are a billion websites. FutureNet is listed in the top 7,000. We want to get this into the top 5,000. We want to get up into the top 1,000. And hopefully, maybe in 5 or 10 years, when we have a big community of 100 million or a billion users, we can get into the top 100 websites in the world. We need your help to build the community. The more larger the community, the more likely these rankings are to rise. Now, we've had 1 billion views on Future Ad Pro. 1 billion views. So if you say that to some, 1 billion views, if you bring it down on a calculator, let me just show you here. Let me get a calculator up here. 1 billion views. I'm going to use this for marketing, but let's just go to my calculator here, and I don't know, can you type 1 billion in? But 1 billion is 1,000 million, so 1,000, and then 1 million is 6 noughts. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we've got 1 billion here, and 1 billion times 30 seconds, because it takes 30 seconds to watch an ad. Isn't that right? 30 seconds to watch an ad. So we multiply 1 billion by 30 seconds. That gives us 3E9. Now this, it doesn't mean my calculator's broke, but there's a lot of zeros here behind this. So it's 30 seconds to watch an ad, and we've had 1 billion views. That's 1 billion 30 seconds. 1 billion times 30 seconds. Well, if we divide that by 2, it'll tell you how many minutes. Divide that by 2 is that. That's how many minutes. And if we divide it by 60, that'll tell you how many hours. So we divide by 60, that tells you how many hours. So 25 million hours have been watched on Future Ad Pro. 25 million hours. If we divide that by 24 hours a day, that's how many days. Over 1 million days. 1 million days, guys. If we divide that by years, 365, 2,853 years. So imagine Roman was the only, or Stefan was the only customer watching our ads. If Roman was the only customer, or if Stefan was the only customer watching Future Ad Pro, it would take him 2,853 years to watch what we've watched. And why I broke that billion down, because we use the word million, billion, just too much. But when you understand how big that is, it shows you the power and the value of this product. It's very, very exciting. So let's just go back now to the screen here. 1 billion views is 2,853 years. That's the power. When we share this with a business, they should be proud to get advertised on Future Ad Pro. It's very, very powerful. Now, guys, we've done 1 billion views. That's old news. We're moving towards 2 billion views. And that's what's exciting about Future Ad Pro. I came up with this idea. That's a lot of surfing the internet. We're surfing web pages. We're looking through advertisements, surfing the internet. A lot of surfing has been done. And I believe there's a new wave coming in FutureNet. I believe there's a new market coming. And we believe that FutureNet should double in size in the next 12 months. Now, there's approximately 3 million in the FutureNet community, 3 million people. If we all introduced one person, we would have 6 million people. And if the 6 million people introduced one person each, we would have 12 million. And if they introduced one person each, we would have 24 million, 50 million, 100 million. In a few short moves, if we introduced 5 people each, we would move up in rankings. We would move up in power, move up in size. And what does that do? That brings on the big advertisers. The big advertisers will only come when the community's big enough. When you want Mercedes-Benz, Coca-Cola, and McDonald's on our website, we need to build that community. And that's your job. Find customers, add them to the social media, share the products, and build the business, and we all benefit together. Now, every single quarter since Future Ad Pro started, and it started way back in the first quarter of 2016. It's almost 3 years old. Every month it's got bigger and bigger and bigger, and more used, more customers, more advertising. And that grows and grows. And then we noticed about 6 months ago, I started to see the first cracks. I started to see sometimes when I logged in, I couldn't get logged in. Sometimes it went error 500. Sometimes it was perfect sometimes for a long while, and then it got jammed again. And that's a bit like going down the M25. The M25 is a great road, but certain times a day it gets busy, isn't that right? Certain times a day you're stuck in traffic. And this was the problem for Future Ad Pro. It's got so popular, everybody loves it, it got congested. It got jammed up at times. And when it jams up, the computers can't calculate the commissions and the advertisings can't be watched. So this happens in everyday business. You're traveling to work in a fancy car or on a train, and all of a sudden the train's delayed. Does that mean it's a bad system? No, it gets you there every day, but today it's delayed. You'll always get to your destination tomorrow or a little bit later. And that's the message from Future Ad Pro. Even though from time to time it got congested, you still got paid, everything works the same, it just slows things down a little. Now, the company started to repair, and they used to bring the site down, get all the technicians to back up all the information, had to back it all up, so you had all your ad packs, all your FND, all your FTO was protected. So they back it up, they do the fix, and then they let it out again. And then maybe 2 weeks later, they had to do it again, and they had to keep doing this. Well, it got to a critical state that the company owners, first of all, they changed it from 15 minutes to 30. They said, we'll calculate every 30 minutes instead of every 15 minutes. And what they do is they take all the money that comes in, they check all the revenue comes in, and then they check how many ad packs, and then the computer has to pay every ad pack every 15 minutes. Well, those calculations got so big, like my calculator couldn't do that one. Did you see the way it went E39 and then it came back to numbers? This is what the problem was. It was taking 16 minutes to calculate and process your payment, so it got jammed up. So the owners came up with a great idea. They said, guys, let's stop fixing this road. Let's build a brand new motorway and go around it. And that's what they've been doing. They've been building a new road for this last 6 months, and it's ready to be tested. So we want the first few cars to go down this road, and we're running a test pilot. And it'll probably start, this is Sunday, it'll probably start someday next week, where you're going to get a free website where you can log in. We'll probably give you 1,000 ad packs to try it. You don't pay for them, it's free. And just try it. You'll try the new road first and watch the ads and see how it looks different, get familiar with it. And we need you to use this. We need you to, keep watching your ads on the test version. So you have your real version where you get paid, but I want you to use this for us as well. We need to test it. The programmers and the IT department need to see it being used so that it doesn't have problems. And we want to test it for about 1 month. And then when everything's okay, then we'll close down for 1 day or half a day, whatever it takes, and we'll bring over the old Ad Pro into the new one, and then we'll not have any more problems. It'll be fast. You won't have server issues. It'll be really, really cool. So about 6 months ago, the company started working on the new Ad Pro. They started working on the new logos, and the system they're going to use is called microservices. You can see the word down here in the bottom, microservices. You don't have to know what that means. It's just like the technicians and the IT understand it. It's a platform that makes this business world class. We've been using an old system since 2016. I mean, how would you like to use an old phone that's 2 or 3 years old? What happens to your old phone? It goes slow, the memory's not fast, it jams up. What do? You upgrade and get another one. So we're doing an upgrade on FutureAd Pro to this version, and this version is used by Netflix. Now, Netflix has 125 million users. We only have 3 million. They have 125 million, and it works for them. Uber have 75 million users. Uber use microservices. Amazon has 300 million users. They use microservices. So FutureAd Pro is moving over to microservices, and that's fantastic news for all of us. It's going to be faster, more stable, more secure, and we can add on other features. Now, what features could we add on? Well, you might have some ideas, but at least if we have a good idea, the programmers can bolt it on to the new system, but the old system wouldn't let them change it much. Does that make sense? Like somebody said to me, imagine we could auto buy our ad packs every time it reached 50, it would buy one automatically for you. Well, we couldn't even program that in the old system. But on the new system, that's something that we could possibly do. Now, I'm not saying we're going to do that, but I only want you to think about the new features can be bolted on with microservices that we couldn't do before. So it's going to look all different. Okay, it's the same product, but it looks all different. It's going to have this new look, this new feel. It's going to be friendly, more responsive. You're not going to be confused on it. It's going to be very simple. There's going to be new images on it, new templates in the back office. So very, very nice, the new FutureAd Pro. I've already seen some of it. But the first thing I need to tell you guys is when you go to watch your ads, you're always seeing the same ones. You're seeing coin deal, you're seeing Bitcoin deals, you're seeing the same adverts all the time. Why is that? Because you're not advertising. So we're going to make it compulsory that you must use your 800 views. So when you buy an ad pack, you have to go and put your website on, or you have to put a template on. Now, if you don't have a website, you can use 3 in the back office. You select one of them, and then you're advertising one of the fixed templates that we have that you can use. Or if you do have a product or a company or a sales page or something you want to advertise, but it becomes compulsory. So you start watching ads, and 7 days later, if you haven't placed your ad, the money stops. You're getting no more money. Why? Because you bought the ad pack for $50. Yeah? You bought the ad pack. You bought the ad pack, but you didn't advertise. So we must have advertising done. So you buy the ad pack, and we will pay you for 7 days. And then after 7 days, if you don't advertise these views, the money stops. So you place your ad and it starts again, and your 50 becomes 60. So it's the same 50 becoming 60, but you must advertise. And then it's going to be more exciting for our customers. You're going to see better advertisements all over the place, and that's going to be exciting. So let me just now go back. You're going to get a better variety of advertising. You don't want to watch the same ones all the time. So the company is making sure if you buy an ad pack, use it. And that's a good message to go out to the world. If you don't have a website, you can pick one of these 3, which we call ad templates. They will be made for you. You can use them if you don't have your own. So very simple, not a big difference, other than you must use your credits. Okay, you can't build up lots of views and not use them. The second thing we can do with our microservices project, it allows us to select who sees these adverts. Okay, so the geo-targeting of who sees these adverts is going to be much easier with microservices. We'd be able to say who can see it, what age can see it, what gender sees it, what country sees it, what language. We're able to target the adverts better. And this is what the shops want. Our shopkeepers in Birmingham want to know, can lots of people in Birmingham see our adverts? Our shopkeepers in Dublin want to know, is it Dublin people that see our adverts? So with the new Ad Pro, this targeting is going to be very, very possible, very, very exciting, and we'll be able to add that into the product. Makes it a great product. The next thing we've done is we've added in some qualifications. Now this is the second best news I've heard. The best news is yet to come, but this is the second most thing I'm excited about. We've added in qualifications. So really, ladies and gentlemen, everybody's just got a pay rise, okay? And what we're going to do here is, you have to understand this. If you've only one ad pack, you're only going to get paid on 10. So if you only have one, and you introduce me and I have 20, because you've only got one ad pack. Now this is fantastic news. If you've got 5 ad packs and I have 100, let's say you 5 ad packs and you introduce me, and I've got 100 ad packs, you're only getting paid on 20 of my. If you've 20 ad packs, you need to have 100. Now, we've done this because some people have been stealing from the community. We have a rule, and the rule do this. Stop share. You're not allowed to have any more accounts in your house. You can't have your wife, or the wife can't have her husband, or you can't have your son and daughter with an account if you live in the same house. So everybody knows this rule. But people were cheating. They were cheating FutureNet, they were cheating the company, and believe it or not, they were cheating themselves. Their income is so much less because of this. So we've stopped this because we've started to close down accounts that people that have 2 accounts. We've already closed over 400 accounts in China have already been closed. And the software is now looking to anybody with 2 accounts because people are breaking the rules. And they're cheating themselves because you make more money with 1 account. Now, what happens is some people are having 1 ad pack, and then they have their wife with 1 ad pack, and then they have their son with 1 ad pack, and then they have their daughter with 1 ad pack, and then they were building the ad packs here. But the problem was, you would make no money. You see, if you did that, you get paid 8, you'd only get paid on 4 ad packs plus these. It's madness, because you're missing thousands of ad packs here, thousands of ad packs here, thousands of ad packs here, thousands of ad packs here. You were pushing the commission away. Now imagine you introduced me, and you had your wife, your son, your daughter, your goldfish, and then you put me here. If I copy you, then you won't get paid on me here, because I'm going to introduce my wife, my son, my daughter, and I have 6 children. So you wouldn't make any commission on me if I did what the cheaters do. So what we've done is we put in these rules that you would need 10 ad packs, or if I have 1,000 ad packs, you need 100. And what you're going to find is people will start upgrading their ad packs. People are going to start having more volume within their 5 levels. And I think this is the best news I've heard. So if you have 1,000 ad packs, you would need 100 yourself. And you'll find to make a lot more money this way. Instead of pushing the commission away, we're making it the way it was designed. You see, if everybody did this, Future Ad Pro would stop working, because nobody would make money promoting it. And if you don't promote it, nobody's going to do it. And if you don't do it, there is no Ad Pro. So Ad Pro would stop if people continued to cheat. Okay? So do you understand that? Do you understand that by cheating the system, it closes down and finishes? Because if everybody only sticks 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then everybody does 1, 1, 1, 1, and everybody does 1, 1, 1, 1, there is no commission. Nobody will promote it. It'll finish because there's no money to be made. We must put in these rules, and I'm very happy about this. This is the second best announcement I've heard. There's one better than this, but this is the second best announcement for our teams. You're better putting your hands up if you have 2 accounts. Tell the company, let them merge them together, or else they're going to close them on you. They're going to close your accounts. So anybody who's doing it properly is happy. Anybody who's not happy about this is cheating. All right? If you're not happy about this, you're probably cheating. If you are happy about it, then this is what we want. It's a brilliant announcement, and I'm so happy about this one. Now, we have other qualifications coming in as well. We have to get some customers, but that's not a problem. Everybody loves AdPro, and the subscription is just the same. That doesn't change. So it's just the exact same. You can pay monthly, you can pay half yearly, you can pay annually. Nothing changes with the subscription. But the major thing is the qualifications, and I hope you understand that. Now, the next thing that we've introduced is going to be 10% will go to the product packs in the matrix. Okay, 10% will buy you media points when you withdraw from AdPro. Now, the way it works at the minute is 5% goes to your advertising account and 5% goes to the product packs. Okay, so the way it is today, 5% goes into your advertising account, 5% goes into the matrix when you withdraw into the media points. You understand this? That's the way it is always since we started. But people are saying, what can I use my advertising account for? Why is all this money in my advertising account? An advertising account would allow you to get more views. The advertising account allows you to buy your status. But we've listened to what most people want. And you have told us that it's better that we don't have this advertising account and all 10% goes into the matrix. And that means you're going to make more money through the matrix because you're going to get 10% in there instead of 5% in there. And this is a great announcement. So this is my third favorite. My second favorite was the qualification, and the big one's yet to come. So you get 10% on withdrawals goes into the matrix. Now, if you don't understand that, then you're very new to FutureNet. If you don't understand that, then you need to come to the training to explain that, okay? So 10% of AdPro withdrawals will go into the matrix, and all of these won't happen at once, by the way. When we launch the new version, all of these won't happen at once. We maybe have one part and then they add another part. So over time, all of these will be adopted. It's not going to happen all on day one. We're just giving you the information so you can get enough packs in place so you can get qualified. You have plenty of time to do it. We're going to run a test version as well. But 10% is incredible. Now, I make a lot of money on the 5% because everybody who's withdrawing from AdPro, it's great. Money. Brilliant. This is great news. And it also means to product pack. You're buying $10 product. That's what you're buying. You're a great tool for finding customers more to get the account to rise. But when it's every 15 minutes, you're going to get more payments. The same money, but faster payments. And you're going to get paid 96 times every day instead of 48. So good news, we're going to be able to go back to these 15-minute calculations because the new software will calculate everything much faster, much easier. It will allow us to go back, which is brilliant. Now, this is the best news of all, I think. It's coming up now, and it's to do with payments in. We're talking about paying in to buy your advertising package with Futuro. Now, I think this is incredible. If let's say you live in the UK and you went to Dublin, okay? You live in the UK and you go to Dublin and you have £20 sterling in your pocket and you go to get something to eat in Dublin, and you give them £20 note, what will the restaurant say? They say, what's that? You say, it's money. It's not money. That's £20. We take euro. Have you any euro? No, I don't have euro. So you cannot pay in Ireland or Germany or France or Italy or any of the European regions with pound sterling, because you need to get their currency. Likewise, if somebody from the United States comes to London and tries to buy an ice cream with $20, the ice cream shop won't accept dollars. They want sterling. So most people only accept the currency they work in. Now, the same as when you go to the cinema. If you go to the cinema, can you go up to the lady with the torch who's going to bring you down to the seat and say, there's £20? Would she take £20 off you, or €20? No. She say, go and get a ticket. Go over to the box office and buy your ticket. I take the ticket. Can't get in without the ticket. So even your own money doesn't work in the cinema, because you've got to go and buy a ticket. So it makes great sense for us to buy our Futuro to get our ticket into Future Ad Pro. This is the best announcement of the day, I believe. Because when you go and buy your ticket, when you go and get your Futuro to go into Ad Pro, it's okay, everything's fine. Because, why? Because your 50 still becomes 60. So you get Futuro, you buy your ad pack, 50 ND, and then you go over here and you still get your 60. So nothing changes except on the way in. You get the Futuro from. You're not going to get $1 million out of the mining, because it mines every minute and you mightn't have a mining pack. Where else are you going to get it? You could get it from another member, because wallet to wallet we could transfer Futuro. Where else can you get it? The exchange. So if you go to the exchange to get Futuro, you only need $50 or $500, whatever you need. 10 ad packs is $500. It's $500 of Futuro. What's going to happen is the price of Futuro is going to go through the roof. It's going to be incredible. That's why everybody's getting Futuro now, because Futuro is a brilliant price right now, and it could double, treble, it could go 10 times if we use our own currency. So we are miners and we are surfers. We mine the coin. And why would you want to mine? Because the coin will go up in value. This is one way we can all benefit. Buy yourself a ticket for Futuro or for an Ad Pro, ad pack. And all you have to do is buy it with Futuro. It's very simple. Now, when you want to cash out, you can cash out your $60 and bring it straight back to sterling. Bring it straight back to in. You need to buy Futuro, and that educates the population. The more people we've educated on cryptocurrency and on Futuro, the better. We want to bring shops to have Futuro. Going to matrix and product packs with Futuro. You'll be able to buy mining packages with Futuro. You'll be able to buy shopping goods with Futuro. You'll be able to go into our cafe and buy a cup of coffee and a bun with Futuro. You'll be able to change Futuro to sterling. You'll be able to change Futuro to Bitcoin. So you have to think that Futuro is money. Of course it's money, but you've got to get used to it. And it's not easy in the beginning, but it's so simple. It's the same as using a credit card. You could buy Futuro and you have $50. You don't have $60, you have $50. And then you watch your ads and you got $60. And then you take out the sterling or you take out the euro, whatever currency you're using. So I think this is brilliant, because we do more than $1 million a day in Futuro, in Ad Pro. So if we need to put $1 million order on the exchange, and we don't sell the Futuro, I'm not selling mine. So if I don't sell mine and you don't sell yours, and FutureNet need $1 million of Futuro to get this working, what do you think is going to happen? The price of the coin. I won't take $7. I'll take $70 for it. Give me $70 for every Futuro. So imagine we could drive the price up. So it's brilliant for the community. I think that's the most exciting thing that I heard in the whole of the conference, was using the Futuro, and I think it's brilliant. You know, between ourselves, guys, well, I see somebody's recording it, so I'll not say, but there's people making $100,000 per day with Futuro. There are people making $100,000 a day with Futuro. So if you don't understand it, it's time you learn. It's time you took your time and buy a Futuro on the exchange. Sell it, change it into, just like paper money wasn't money years ago. Piece of paper. What's this? It's money. People started to pass the money. Years ago, rice. Money was vegetables. People swapped vegetables. I give you my cow, you give me bartered. Then money became paper. Then money became plastic. Now money is digital. It's very simple to use. Once you use it 2 or 3 times, it's easy. It's like learning how to drive. The first time you drove a car was so difficult. It was not easy. But you did it again and again and again, and now you don't think about it. If you're a car driver, you just drive it. It's automatic. Futuro for me is automatic. Why? Because I started using it. It will be automatic for you in 2 days. Start today, and in 2 days from now, it'll be so simple. It will be automatic. It's brilliant. Fantastic announcement. Of course, we've got a payment option with CoinDeal. You can turn Futuro sterling. Okay, so have Futuro and you want rid of it. You don't want Futuro. You can get sterling straight out from CoinDeal. Yeah, you can sell your Futuro for currency. And don't worry about the price of Futuro changing. That doesn't matter. 50 becomes 60. It's the same. 50 becomes 60. Nothing's changing. It's just get your ticket into the cinema and then you come out with your sterling. Does that make sense? It's just getting the ticket to get in. You buy Futuro for your ad pack. Very simple. We'll show you how to do it. There'll be videos. So easy. I'm going to say the kids are probably smarter than me, but I have a 13-year-old daughter, did it 2 days ago. I asked her to try it. She did it in 2 days. Very simple. I have to use a computer. She did it on the phone. She knows how to use the phone. I think the phone's too small to watch it, so so I had to do it with the computer. The next thing that we're going to add is the ability to chat on FutureAd Pro. And my example here is this. This is a great announcement as well. Imagine you're watching this advert. There's a coffee shop, there's a restaurant, there's a car wash, there's somebody selling health products, there's an insurance company, there's a charity, there's a restaurant. Oh, there's a restaurant in my town. Oh, and you look at your watch and it's 7:30 and you go, restaurant. I'm hungry. I wonder, is the restaurant open? I wonder what time the kitchen closes at. It's going to take me half an hour to get down there and get parked. Let me ask. So if that advertiser, the restaurant, is online and you're online in FutureAd Pro, you could send a message. Hey, restaurant, what time does the kitchen close at? Are you open tonight? And the restaurant gets a message in FutureAd Pro and they go, customer, yes, our kitchen, last order is 9 o'clock. Please get here on time. 7:30. Yeah, I can go to the restaurant. So there will be a, like, I don't know, a shoe, and you want to buy shoes, and you say, what sizes is available? Or do you have this in stock? Or how long is delivery to UK? So we'll be able, for internal chat, and to create groups inside FutureAd Pro. So this is incredible, the development of this product. When most people think the product's going away, we've made it better, stronger, and it can live a lifetime with this. The next feature we have is fast photo ads. Now again, this is a brilliant announcement. So my example was, you maybe have heard of it, but here's my example. If you were flying anywhere internationally and somebody picked you up in a taxi, the question, if you speak to the taxi driver, might be, are you here on holidays or are you here on business? And you go, well, I'm here on business. Oh, what business are you in? Well, actually, I'm in the advertising business. I could actually, if you're interested, I can show you how to advertise on the internet and make profit. And the taxi driver goes, no, not for me. I said, why? Why do you not want to advertise on the internet and make profit? Well, I don't have a website. Oh, you're a taxi driver and you don't have a website? No, we don't need a website. So you just called me and I go, okay. Have you got a business card? Yes, I have a business card. Here's my number. Okay. You can take a photo of his business card, upload it to AdPro, and now the taxi driver's online. He didn't have to spend $2,000 on a website. He didn't need to understand technology. You put his business card on the internet, so when you're watching the ad, it goes, Tom's Taxis or Joe's Taxis or Abdul's Taxis, 2020. Call me now, next time in Birmingham. And now the taxi driver can advertise. The electrician can advertise. The plumber can advertise. The carpenter or joiner can advertise. These people don't have websites. So we're bringing the offline world to the internet through fast photo ads. This is incredible, guys, that home-based business owners, even in direct sales who don't have a website, can upload pictures, and we can now use those on Future Ad Pro. And honestly, this presentation wouldn't finish for 2 days if I told you what else is coming. There's more and more and more and more and more things in the background. It's exciting, guys, that we can keep this product forever if we stick to the rules, if we follow the rules, if we use the system. We can have this forever. You can become multi-millionaires with this product. We have people making $10,000 a day with it. $10,000 per day. Do you know how much that is in a month? $300,000. $300,000 in 1 month with this product. That is possible. It's incredible. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to have a premiere. It's coming up very soon. Probably in the next 7 days. You're going to be able to test this out. And we have a few surprises for you. We're going to give away some Futuro, and we're going to give away some Bitcoin for our best testers. So we want you to test this first before we launch it. Okay? So Future Ad Pro is just the same as it was, but we're going to launch a test version so you can try it out. Okay? Get familiar. See how it looks different. Feel it. Try watching the ads. Check the payments. Okay? We'll probably put 1,000 ad packs in your account so you'll see how good that is. And you don't have to pay for this. Just try it for free. But we definitely need the data. We need you to test this. 9th gets 10 Futuro, 8 15, 7 25, and number 6 gets 50 Futuro. Imagine that. For just clicking ads for free, you don't pay anything, part-time, build up some ads, we give you 50 Futuro. If you come 5th, you get 75 Futuro. 4th place gets 100 Futuro. And number 3 gets 0.25 of a Bitcoin. So if you come 3rd, we're going to give you 1/4 of a Bitcoin. If you come 2nd, we're going to give away half a Bitcoin. And if you come 1st, the winner, the person who surfs the most, the person that watches the most ads on the test version, will get a free Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is about $6,500. This company is giving away $10,000 or $15,000 for free for something just to try. And I think that's a fantastic offer. So that's the first promotion. As soon as it goes live, you'll get a notice. Try it out and try and get that free Bitcoin. We need you to test it for us. The programmers need to see the traffic. We need to see use. We need to see, is it working nicely? And once it works nicely, then we can upgrade. Okay, we're not going to upgrade till we test it. That's the message. There's another promotion going. So that's one promotion. The next promotion is this. If you log in every day to the test version, if you watch your 10 ads and you do it for a month, just 30 days, then there's another prize. Okay. And the prize is 10 people will get 15 Futuro, 6 people will get 25 Futuro, 3 people will get 50 Futuro, and 1 person's going to get 100 Futuro gift. This is just a gift from the company. So there's 2 promotions. The first one is for the one that watches the most ads, and the second one is doing it every day. Log in, watch 10 ads for 30 days. And if you do that, you get into the gift scenario where the company's going to give a gift to 20 customers who do that for us. So that's incredible. That gets us enough test data to try out our system. So that was the section about FutureAd Pro. But right after that came our next announcement. Our next announcement was the development of the Futuro, well, it's a Futuro product. It's the Banners app. Now, the Banners app is a new app we've just launched. It's already live and working. Some of you are already using it. It's free, and anybody in the world can download this. It only works at the moment on Android. Now, we're working to get it working on the iPhone, on iOS. At the moment, it's picking it up like some kind of a virus. It's picking up because there's so much work on it. So they're still working to get the other version working, but it works on Android phones. So if you have a FutureNet smartphone, it works on those. Or if you've won a FutureNet, you know the way you can win a FutureNet smartphone? I won a FutureNet smartphone. Most people can win these for free if you build the business. I won a phone in 9 days. So it works on that phone. Or if you get an Android, try it on this. So it's a free download to anybody in the world. But if you're in the structure, there's commission down 5 levels, just like FutureAd Pro. 844111. Now, it's very simple. You download it on Google Play, or you download and you fill. And once you turn it on, what happens is every time you turn your phone on, it brings up imagine I set my phone down and 2 text messages coming. My phone's dark, I just touch it, up comes an ad. I close it, you don't have to watch for 30 seconds, it just comes up. Yeah, just a pop-up ad. Close and go and look at my text messages. I set my phone down again. I lift it up, it's a blank screen. When I press the button, I get an advert. So it's a pop-up ad. Now, you don't have to buy anything from this. You don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to watch it for 30 seconds. You just close it and do what you were doing. If you don't like it, turn it off. Doesn't matter. We know that the average person goes to their phone 80 to 100 times per day. That our customers will see your message 80 to 100 times per day, because as they open their phone, they get the advert. This is going to bring a lot of money to FutureNet to go into this revenue to support our model for the long term. So we want you to use this. We are attracting major companies, but the most you can get is 5 FND every week. So you could be a free user, pay nothing, get $5 a week. 5 FND is like $5. Now, if my children want some pocket money, I say, no, here's an app, download the app, get your own money. And every time they go to their phone to play a game, or every time they go to Snapchat, every time they turn on their phone, a pop-up comes, they close it, and they make $5 a week. So the maximum they can make is $20 a month. This is a free product, free to anybody in the world with an Android. It's fantastic. It's already working. And we've also got a structure system in it as well. So just like FutureAd Pro 84111, the same network stays the same. So if you have a team of 20,000 people on Ad Pro, you've got 20,000 people using this, and you get paid 8% of what they make. Now, if somebody makes $5, you get 40 cents. Yeah, you get 8% of $5. The maximum every customer can get is free $5. Now, this is a company that gives a free app and a free $5 to everybody in the world who wants to use it. Isn't that incredible? But on the back side of that, it brings in lots of revenue to the company. Here's the good news. Whilst it's working now, we already have big brands. We have TGI Fridays advertising. We have Baskin-Robbins advertising. We have Pandora advertising. We have the Hilton Hotel Group already advertising. And these will go live very soon. So it's going to bring all the big brands into this business. This is going to make millions of dollars to support Future Ad Pro and Future Network. And we're giving everybody a free $5 who uses this free app. You don't have to watch 200 ads. You don't have to watch 10 ads. Just every time you open your phone, boop, Hilton Hotel. Next time, TGI Fridays, close. Next time, Baskin Robbins, close. Next time, whoever it is, close. You don't have to do anything. It's a free app. It's incredible, guys. So this is Banner's app. It's going to make millions of dollars for the company, but you're only going to get $5, but it's totally free. You don't need to be an ad pro. You don't need to spend any money. This will bring us millions of members, millions of advertising that we can share back with you. Guys, that is exciting. The next thing, at the conference, we had CoinDeal come there. We invited those guys to come to our conference to talk to the community. Well, it was fantastic. The guy, well, he's originally from America. Great command of the English language. Obviously, I understood him very well. But he introduced us to the 3 owners of CoinDeal. These are young guys, very, very successful. I know Adam and I know Philip myself. I've met them. I don't know Kajetan. I don't know this guy, but I definitely know Philip and I know Adam personally. I've met these guys, and they have some fantastic things going on with CoinDeal. Number one, their security is the best. We had that checked out. The best security, so your money is safe. They use what's called a fast SegWit, which is very, very important, and they have 24-hour support. Now, not many of these exchanges offer you 24-hour support. They maybe get back to you in 24 hours, but these guys have live contact 24 hours a day. This is a different exchange than the other ones. They have automatic verification, so you don't have to wait a week or 3 weeks to get verified. If your information is correct, it can be verified instantly, and it's just incredible. They're also creating what's called an API access for traders. So if you wanted a robot or something trading on your account, they have APIs already set up. Now, they used to be only in Poland, and that's how our owners know each other. The owners of this company are very friendly with our chairman. Do you like the way I said not CEOs? The CEOs are not CEOs anymore. We have a new CEO, but the owners now have become chairman of the foundation, chairman of the company. The chairman know the owners of this company and trust it very, very well. But they're now based in Cyprus, Switzerland, Poland. They're very soon going to open United States. Now, cryptocurrency in the United States is very difficult, but these guys are on a mission to make this possible out there for the US market. And also coming soon is Estonia. This company has they were telling us that they're since they launched in March this year, it's incredible. After 4 months, they were on the 95th spot on CoinMarketCap. Now we heard they're number 29 already. Now that's some growth from 95 to 29 in all of the exchanges. There's thousands of exchanges. These guys are really making things happen. They're doing about $5 million in 24 hours. So $5 million in 24 hours. FutureNet is only doing about $2 million in 24 hours. So this company is doing more than FutureNet's doing in terms of volume, which is incredible. And that's why our company liked them. That's why I think they're going to give back a commission back to FutureNet to go into the Future Ad Pro for us for using them if you want. You don't have to use these guys. It's an option. I'm going to start using them. The other thing is, especially for our UK guys, is it's probably the first relationship an exchange has, and a cryptocurrency exchange has with the sporting world. And they've teamed up with Wolverhampton Wanderers, and they are the sponsor of Wolverhampton Wanderers in the United Kingdom. I don't care whether you support that team or not, but that gives us exposure. That's fantastic that this company is also making a profile in the sporting world, and that's incredible. Great, makes it easy, makes it more trustworthy. Do you think Wolves would have done their homework? Absolutely. Do you think Wolves is going to put their name to these guys? Not a chance unless they've done their homework. So that's great for us guys, that you should be happy to use the CoinDeal account. They believe it's the best place. They're looking at the other exchanges. They're checking what the prices are. So this company is trying to make it better for us to use them, better to trade, better to access the markets. And of course, you can withdraw in pounds, you can withdraw in dollars, you can withdraw in pound sterling. So if you have 10 Futuro, you can cash out with these guys straight into pound sterling. So the next announcement at the conference was the company started in 2012, but this platform on the social media went up in 2014. So the version we have is 2014. It's 4 years old. So the good news is, come this December, in 10 weeks from now, guys, we're going to have a brand new social media platform. Not the one you see today, a more vibrant, new look, easy to communicate platform. Very, very exciting. I can't wait to see that. We need to spend more time on that platform. So the company's now putting more money back into the beginning, back into these products that we're not using to make them better. They're going to make the digital products better, more exciting. We might be able to use our media points to go advertising. Isn't that fantastic? Imagine using your media points to advertise. That could be very, very exciting. So there's a brand new social media website coming up as well. That's just around the corner. This company is continually developing. They're here for the long term. They're putting money into this like you wouldn't believe to make this a better place and the easiest place on the internet for you and I to make money. Now, on the new social media site, they have developed this new product, and that's coming out soon too. We saw it working already. It's called Friends Catcher. What does that mean? It's very simple. Let's say you're in London or Dublin or anywhere in the world. You can take your app, your FutureNet app, and you can see who around you is in FutureNet. Oh, there's Vittorio. Oh, he's only 2 miles away. Let me chat to him for a coffee. Hey, Vittorio, meet you for a coffee. I can see you just around the corner. So product allows us to see other FutureNet members in our area or other friends where you can catch up and talk to them. So that's a cool idea. The next thing we have is Future Radio. We saw this working in Macau. So we're going to have our own radio, Future Radio, where you can listen to your favorite music. And I can see the entertainment coming. I can see movies in the future and TV coming through FutureNet. Guys, this is incredible. Future Radio, we already saw it working. They tested it in Macau, and that's going to come on the new platform. How cool is that? So FutureNet can do everything. Now, the average person spends almost 2 hours a day on social media. Isn't that incredible? 2 hours a day we spend on social media. Half our in all of our life, we spend about half a year shopping, buying stuff. Did you know that? So in your lifetime, let's say you live 80 years, half a year, 6 months of your year, you're buying stuff, which is incredible. More than 50% of people would rather spend more time with the family. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine social media and the marketplace. So the FutureNet website is developing a model. If you want to sell some gym equipment, that you can do it through the FutureNet social media app. You've seen this idea with other companies, like on Facebook, where you can buy these products. Now we're going to get our community on our app, where if you want a car, try it from my good friend Sohail. Or if you want to try, if you need accommodation in Berlin, why don't you talk to my friend Stefan? We're going to have this marketplace where members in FutureNet can buy products from among each other and put for sale to the community, which is incredible. Almost like our own eBay inside FutureNet social media marketplace. This is not 24 BAS, by the way. This is the marketplace, a new product that's coming on to the FutureNet platform. Cars, clothing, anything at all. So very, very exciting announcements in the background being developed in FutureNet. Now, the next part of the conference was where we invited Professor Dmitry Strepkov onto stage. Now, Dmitry Strepkov is the last surviving student of Nikola Tesla. You know Tesla? You've all heard of Tesla, not the motor car. Tesla was responsible, I believe, for something to do with electricity, developing electricity. He is one of the geniuses of the world. Tesla, the electric car, Tesla. So Tesla, his last live surviving student that's alive today is Dmitry Strebkov. We invited him to Macau to tell us about our next product. And this guy has scientific knowledge, scientific proof. He has data. He's been studying it for a lifetime. And he told us about many things that were happening to our planet. He talked about deforestation. What's happening, we don't realize, guys, but the world around us is crumbling. The world around us is being destroyed. We ourselves are culprits of that, you know? And this gentleman has devoted his life to studying the effects of the climate. And he told us that there were 6 million hectares per year are subjected to desertification and a loss of $65 billion a year. He told us that the rainforests are disappearing at a rate of 0.7 of a hectare per minute. Now, 0.7 of a hectare of our rainforests is disappearing every single minute. So deforestation is bringing down the size of the rainforest. Guys, you don't know what's happening here because the media, governments don't tell us the facts. These scientists know the facts because they're working to help. What happens is we breathe out carbon monoxide, we breathe in oxygen. The carbon monoxide needs to be taken by the trees. So all the trees and the vegetation take in carbon monoxide. And so it's very important to have trees as part of our environment. Well, if they're removing these rainforests, if they're bringing them down, it's making effect on global warming. So it's changing everything. We see the ice falling into the sea. We see when it should be good weather, we have bad weather. When it should be bad weather, we're getting good weather. The climate is getting mixed up. And one of the things here is what we don't know about is they're taking away the rainforest. So the carbon monoxide is having a carbon effect on the environment. And would you believe, in 50 years from now, we probably will have to wear oxygen masks to breathe. In 50 years from now, your children and your grandchildren will probably have to use an oxygen mask to breathe. That's what's happening. Our climate is getting destroyed. So as a responsible company, FutureNet is moving to do its bit to save the planet. We make people a better life. We give people the easiest place on the internet to make money. But we also now want to help protect our environment, protect our planet. And we're creating a new product for every member to support so that we can use our carbon footprint to make this planet a better planet for our children. So now we're talking about a purpose. You see, something with a purpose is more interesting than just money. But imagine we brought money and the purpose together. How good would that be? Imagine you were making money, but we were saving the rainforest. Imagine we made money and we meant that our kids didn't have to wear oxygen masks. Because if you look at these references, if you study what this gentleman has studied, you will find that our planet is getting destroyed and destroyed and destroyed. So we feel it as a duty of the company and big community to start giving back, to start helping. So Dmitry Strebkov spoke about this at our conference. Is it too late to save our planet? Is time running out? Guys, it's running out fast. 50 years from now, there'll not be enough oxygen for the people on the planet. We must act now. So we've created the FutureNet planet. You're going to see FP. It's a new project where we can change the world together. Not only can we make money, guys, which is one thing, but if we could make money and also make the planet a better place for people to live, what kind of mission would that be? Would that be fantastic? We are already supplying fresh water in Africa. We are already supplying internet and mobile communications in Africa. We are already doing projects with our foundation in terms of medicine to help people. Now we're going to actively get involved in saving the planet, making it a better world to live on. We have a purpose where we can make money and support that purpose. Imagine that. And the time is now to take action. So, we don't want to tell you too much about it because it's not ready to release yet. So we announced that it's coming in Macau, and we're going to start releasing it from January to March. From January to March. In fact, we will probably release it in March to have it up and running, but in January, we might run a few promotions. Now, the new product is, I can't really tell you, but you've probably noticed in your back office that the little circles have disappeared, and we now have product packs. 10 FND, 25 FND, 50 FND, 100, 500, 1000. Well, with the new products, guys, we are creating 2 new matrices. We're starting with a $2,500 matrix and a $5,000 matrix. Now imagine you get into these before everybody else, and the rest of the world comes in, $2,500, $5,000 matrices. How much money can you potentially make? So what I'd like to do is a quick calculation here and show you the power of what might be potential. As you can see my calculator again, let's take the $5,000 matrix, a $5,000 matrix. Let's suggest 50% is commissionable. 50%, divide by 2 equals 50. Divide by 2. So let's say $2,500 is commissionable. How many locations are in a matrix? Anybody know? How many positions are available in a matrix? 88572. 88572. If there are 88572 positions in one matrix times $5,000, that equals $221 million in your matrix. $221 million in your matrix on sales. How much do you get? 5% on every level. Divide that by 5%. That's wrong. Maybe multiply by 5%. It's 88572 multiplied by $2,500 equals that. Multiplied by 5% equals $11 million. So we have a $7.4 million in the first 6 matrices. And now we're going to give you $11 million matrix, guys, to make it a $20 million business. And when you're making money, we're saving the world. We're protecting the planet. We're building more. We're helping the rainforest. We're helping the carbon thing. We're going to tell you more about this. I'm not allowed at this time to tell you much more. I do have the information, but my lips are sealed. The information is put away because it's now with our legal departments. This has to be available all over the world. It's involving the United Nations because we're now contributing to the United Nations, where we can help people all over the world with projects to do with health and saving the planet. But this is very exciting. But what you must do, guys, is you must get into the first 6 matrices, or you can't get into these 2. You must be in the first 6 first before you can have fun in here. Saving the planet, and you could make up to $11 million with one of these matrices. The other one must be half that. So that's $6 million. So these two together is about $18 million. Okay, you can make $18 million in these 2, plus $7.4 million in the first 2. Now this is very exciting because if you're a royal, you'll be allowed in here. If you're not a royal, you can't do this one. And if you don't have this class of money, you can make it now before we launch it. You can make it from Ad Pro and use your Ad Pro profit to put you in this position to save the planet, so you're making money and you have a purpose to save the planet. Now to help this, we're going to have a little promotion, guys. And this is the promotion. Anybody now who upgrades to Royal, or if you introduce a new Royal, they get 15 Futuro free gift. Okay? So if you introduce a Royal today or tomorrow or up until the end of October, So you've got this month and next month. On the 31st of October, this finishes. You must take action today. If you are at 185 and you upgrade, you get 15 Futuro. If you come in at Royal, you get 15 Futuro. So anybody that upgrades or any brand new Royal in the program, you get 15 Futuro gift from the company. Now, do you remember what's happening with FutureAd Pro? The coin is worth $7 to $10 today. Imagine we drive the price of that coin to $100 each. And you're getting 15 Futuro for free. Imagine you sold that. If it ever got to $100, you would have $1,500 free gift. What does it cost to become a Royal? $1,685. So imagine the gift could potentially pay for your $1,685 just with these 15 Futuro. But if you introduce a Royal, or if one of your frontline guys upgrades where it is today to Royal, then the good news is you get five coins for every Royal that upgrades or that you introduce. So if you introduce 10 people, you get 5 Futuro each. Yeah, that's 50 Futuro, which is incredible. 50 Futuro could be worth $5,000. And if you do this now, you'll have enough money for our rainforest project that's launching next year. So this is an active program where you need to start building. We did this before. It got very exciting. We made a lot of money with this. The Futuro builds, your network builds, the matrix builds. This is a win-win situation. And the profits from this, you can either use in our new rainforest project, or you can use for Ad Pro. You can move the money in there and get it to make you even more money, okay? Even if a Futuro is worth $50 and you had 15 of them, that's $750 free gift. And if you took that $750 and bought 15 ad packs, what do you think happens to the ad packs? You compound that. Guys, this is an incredible cross-pollination of our programs. So it's active right now. It started a few days ago, and it finishes on the 31st of October. Please don't leave it till October. Do it now. Every day, create momentum, create action. Start doing this and start making your future much, much better and easier. So guys, that's it from me. That's the major part of our announcements. There were a few other things that I didn't have time to put into the PowerPoint. I took all the slides I could get to give you this overview. In fact, it took us a whole day to announce these, and I've done my best to give it to you in 90 minutes. So thank you for being with me, and back to you, Shaquille.
Wow, wow, wow.
As your day one. Use every day as your first day. You know, I mean, if you weren't going to be here this day next week, what would you do this week? You've got to start busy. You started building your success, guys. So I hope that information really give you an insight to Macau. There's a whole lot more than that I couldn't share with you, but that's the main announcements. Very exciting times for AdPro, very exciting times for Futuro, and very exciting times for the Matrix. So all parties won. Please, if you're only doing one part, start considering the other two parts. You will be pleased once you start getting active in those parts. So that's goodbye for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll talk to you all soon.
Thank you, Paul.